What's up, everyone? This is Movie and Game Lover 98, and today I'll be doing a movie review on this movie from 1990, and it's the final installment in the Back to the Future trilogy, and it's Back to the Future Part 3. So, yep, let's get started, and I hope you guys like this movie review, hopefully. So, yep, here's what my trilogy looks like. The history on Back to the Future Part 3, this final installment, it first came to theaters on May 25th, 1990. Wow, it came about 21 days after Star Wars Day. Because we all know what that date is. May the 4th be with you. And almost about a week or so, about a few weeks before Thomas came to VHS in America. That's kind of cool. Well, it was on TV on PBS Kids at the time. But anyway, back to this history. Yep. And then it was released onto VHS the same year, but in Thanksgiving season 1990. But I'm pretty sure, yes, it was on... Well, they could release it into a trilogy. But then it was on VHS one more time in 2002, as well as being on DVD for the first time in 2002, along with the... Well, Yeah, that was the DVD box set from 2002, and then it was released onto a Blu-ray trilogy in 2010, but this is the 2011 version, as I'm going to show you. And yep, it was even... Well, it was... Well, yeah, it was released onto DVD and Blu-ray in a 3-movie trilogy once again, as part of the 30th anniversary to Back to the Future. And then it was released onto 4K, like I said, in March 2020, or somewhere in 2020, in a Blu-ray 4K trilogy, to commemorate the 30th anniversary of Back to the Future. And yes, we all know because it's coming up on 40 years for Back to the Future, 40th anniversary. So yep, that was the history. Now let's look at my trilogy, then we'll get in with the plot of Back to the Future Part 3, but you'll see why. So yep, here's what my trilogy looks like, and we all know what it looks like. For perspective. So yep, let's look at the running time for Back to the Future Part 3 at long last. It says it's 1 hour and 59 minutes, so close to a 2-hour long movie, kind of like the Spider-Man movies in a way. But yes, would be 119 minutes long. Yep, sorry. Yep, there's what it looks like. Well, you know what it looks like. Yep, there's the disc for the final installment, Back to the Future Part 3, which now contains Marty, Dr. Emmett Brown, and Clara. Yep, that's what it looks like. Oops, sorry. So, yep, let's get in with the plot of Back to the Future Part 3, where this time, after it took place after the events of Back to the Future Part 2, Marty goes way back in time to the 1800s, way back in sometime in the 1880s, I think. Yeah. And he has to think of what he can do to help Dr. Emmett Brown, making sure he doesn't get killed by these Western people. With the help of using from this lady named Clara, played by Mary Steenburgen, which you'll see why she's in this movie, because even though I'm not don't like this movie as much, but yes, they just have to still do whatever they can to get back to the present modern day. And yeah, I just have to defeat the evil villain, which I think it's Buford, I think? Well, yeah, I think it is. So, yep, that's the basic plot of Back to the Future Part 3. So, what do I think of Back to the Future Part 3? I'm going to say this. I know a lot of people say they kind of like this final installment, but I don't think I like it as much. I know I'm going to get a lot of hates, but... Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, people don't go all over me saying I don't hate it that much. I just don't think it's as cool as the first two, in my opinion. Because I'm not a big fan of Wild West movies, in my opinion, but seeing it in a Back to the Future installment is interesting enough, but honestly, it's just not my style of movie, in my opinion, because, well, it's good enough for what it is. It's just not one of my favorites, but that doesn't mean I hate the Back to the Future stuff altogether, but for what I think it was worth, the screenplay was decent enough. But not like I said, I hate this movie in a way. It's just, it's not one of my favorites, is what I'm saying. I just don't hate the whole film. I just don't like it as much. So, yep, the screenplay is decent. Like I said, it is cool in my opinion. Because, yes, this is the final installment, despite this came out in the start of the 1990s. And the cast does an amazing job. Yes, the first two from the original two return. But I gotta say, Mary Steenburgen was cool in this movie, playing Clara. That was cool, because, Mary Steenburgen was in Elf, and yeah, which you all know Elf is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. And Thomas F. Wilson does an amazing job playing Buford this time. And this one Mr. Clark Fellow, Mr. Clark Fellow or Mrs. Clark Feller, I think it's a Mr. Clark. He does an amazing job playing Chester. And all the rest do an amazing job. The cast does decent enough. And the musical numbers do decent, in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, if I had to rank Back to the Future Part 3, the final installment, I'll probably give it 4 out of 5 stars. I mean, it's decent enough for what it was, but like I said, I'm just not a big fan of some Wild West style movies. But this one, in my opinion, wasn't too bad, but like I said, I just don't prefer to watch this as much as the first two. Yeah, don't go over me and give me a hate viewer saying, oh, Movie and Game Lover 98 hates this movie. No, I don't hate this movie, guys. I just don't like it as much as the other two. But it's still good to have these all together. And yes, like I said, if I do get the 3 Meet the Parents movies on Blu-ray together, you'll see why I like the first one the best, but actually the third one ended off really well, but the second one was a mess. And yeah. Anyways, yep. To you guys out there, the viewers, if you've not seen Back to the Future Part 3, it's worth trying. I mean, you can watch it if you want. Tell me if you guys like it as much as the other two. If you don't like it as much, that's okay, because I don't like it as much as the other two, but like I said, I don't really hate the whole film, because like I said in my big movie review, I don't like how it goes way back to Marty's Irish great-great-grandparents, and it's like his great-great-grandfather, like he was a baby. God, it's just painful. Like, even like he woke when he got knocked out from a stone. Oh my god. Yes, and I brought up, like, it's kind of similar, like a dog, fear of thunderstorms, and yeah. Yes, we'll review Because of Winn-Dixie soon. So anyways, yep, before I go off on it saying, yep, this is going to be it for this movie review, everyone, on Back to the Future Part 3. If you guys like this movie review, that's cool. But if you guys don't like this movie, that's okay. Because, a lot of people don't like the third final installment in a movie trilogy, but yeah, this is one of the exceptions I need to address. So anyways, yep, that's going to be it for this movie review, everyone, on Back to the Future Part 3. Hopefully you like this movie review, and hopefully stay tuned for more videos coming possibly soon on more movie reviews. So yep, this is Movie and Game Lover 98, saying goodbye for now, and hopefully you liked my movie review on Back to the Future Part 3, everyone. And stay tuned for more videos coming soon, hopefully on more movie reviews on other cool movies. And goodbye for now, everyone, and hopefully stick around for more movie reviews and other things coming possibly soon.